Theismann is 7 of 18 for 62 yards, and they only have 55 yards rushing against the Giants.
Theismann throws right, has Art Monk. Monk breaks away from a couple. Monk still on his feet, out of bounds finally. Kevin Wyatt knocked him out of bounds, but Art Monk, who someday is going to be a great one. Charlie Brown in motion. Take a blitz. Come out of it. Theismann has Monk, and Monk has the record. Monk barrels down inside the 20 to about the 15.
And that's the type of play you want to break the record on. A championship game, your team needs to drive.
Now they're going to get him the ball. Third down and 2. Rippon in the end zone for Monk.
What a catch!
Touchdown.
What a way to break the record. Wow! What a way to get past Charlie Joyner. He does it in style.
50-yard drive, 9 plays, 14-yard touchdown.
Here's Monk now set out on a wing to the left. And in motion. And all eyes are on number 81, including Rippon.
Here it is.
Throws for the record.
There it is.
Oh, how sweet it must be. Couldn't happen to a better man.
Yeah, good things do happen to good people.
Taylor, the one-time record holder. You saw Berry.
Well, you can say to your friends, you saw it live. The man who's caught more passes than any player who's ever played the game. Arthur Monk.
Does Art Monk belong in the Hall of Fame? This piece will respectfully refute some of the main arguments against his induction with the most potent evidence available, video evidence from Monk's 16-year career of quiet brilliance. Monk may have been a possession receiver, but the suggestion that his career was built on the mundane, easy completion is far from accurate.
Rippon throws from Monk. Touchdown!
Jay Schrader. Art Monk is open. A diving catch by Art Monk.
Theismann's going deep. Monk makes a grab at the 8 or 9 yard line and holds on. That's one of the great receptions you're going to see all year.
Rippon looking for 6, and wide open was Art Monk, and he's down in time for the touchdown. And an incredible toe dancing catch by Art Monk.
Rippon buys time with a roll and launched one from Monk, who's open. Touchdown!
That was a world-class move by a world-class receiver.
And he's very close to 10,000 career yards at this point. He keeps his eyes on the football all the way in a superb play by a future Hall of Famer.
Schrader gets time. He's going for Art Monk. He's got it. Touchdown, Redskins.
Third down and 15. Williams goes deep. Monk's open. Touchdown, Redskins.
Deion Sanders looked like he wanted to come up and jam him, and he just simply missed him. Theismann looking for Monk. He's got it. Art Monk for the first down.
Well, you see Lester Hayes is a little dejected.
Rutledge for Monk. They call him inbounds, complete for the first down.
Going for the corner to Monk. Touchdown.
Art Monk came into the game as the leading receiver in the NFL.
Catch number 89 for him this year. He leads the entire NFL.
Monk, the leading receiver in the National Football League.
Intended for Monk, one-on-one. Caught by Monk, what a play. Schrader this time sees it, comes outside immediately to Monk, his #1 receiver.
And there's Art Monk using that double move we talked about. Mitchell was all over him, bumping him, hitting him, but you don't disrupt the concentration of an Art Monk.
That was some catch by Art Monk.
It really was.
Holding on to that after that hit. Thrown behind him, he made the turn, kept the ball, got the hit, and retained the ball. He is a great athlete.
He's able to get deep when he wants to against various people. He has the ability to be the possession-type receiver. And another thing that Art Monk does that I like an awful lot is when he comes in motion, he will find people to block when he's not receiving the ball.
But the man who makes the play is Art Monk, number 81. He is the guy that gets the block. He gets the hole, they get the first down.
Art Monk is one of the great receivers that's ever played this game. And he's a good receiver, but he's also a good blocker. There's a lot of receivers that don't even try and block. He does try and block, and he's a very good blocker.
And on the reverse, there goes Art Monk. First down and more. Art Monk into Buffalo territory.
I'll tell you, that was a heck of a move by Art Monk. This play could have gone for a loss, could have taken all the wind out of the Redskins' sails, but Monk gets the ball from Riggins right here. Now watch the move that he gets by Downs with. He gives him the inside, and then as you say, his strength, he gave him a straight arm with the right hand, then he's up the sideline, and he makes a big, big play out of what could have been disaster. Look at Art Monk. He's a wide receiver who just set an all-time receiving record, and he looks like he's been playing in the pit.
And Monk has a first down as he battled his way down the sideline.
Art Monk in front of Frederick Mack. Trainer. Art Monk. A Redskins first down.
4th and 4, the Redskins are going. Caught by Monk, and I don't know how he held on, but he did.
There could be some guys in the league that can be intimidated. Art Monk is not one of them.
Never has been.
Never will be.
There may not be a Dwight Clark moment on Monk's resume, but his signature catch is too impressive to fit into a single moment. It's the catch repeated over and over throughout his career, the catch that quietly laid the foundation for numerous victories. It's the catch that moved the chains on football's most important down.
3rd and 15 from the 4. Rutledge up top for Monk. Complete for the first down. 3rd down and a long 6. The crowd aroused here. This defensive effort. Monk, first down and moving.
It is 3rd down and 7. Rippon goes deep in the right corner. It is caught. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. And it is Monk again. A gain of 15 yards.
Another big sack for the Cardinals.
That's one of the few times you'll see that spin move get you anywhere. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 18 for the Redskins. Theismann with time this time, going and hitting Art Monk, and he gets enough for a first down.
This is two-play territory for Joe Gibbs. He has got to have a first down here.
Complete. First down. Art Monk. Jeff Moore in there. 87. Brown. 30 Moore. Theismann. And fine catch by Art Monk.
It'll be 3rd and 15. Rippon in his end zone. And he fires it out. Caught by Art Monk. And the Redskins get out of trouble.
3rd and 9. Art Monk. First down.
And the Redskins keep the ball and keep the clock moving.
Art Monk, number 81, nicknamed Money for his ability to make the clutch catch.
You know, if there's such a thing as Mr. Dependable, that's Art Monk.
Monk was injured for the entire 1982 Super Bowl run, as well as the last few regular season games and all the playoff games of the 1987 run, so his image is often missing from those classic Redskins highlights. But make no mistake, when he did play in the postseason, his presence was felt sharply.
Theismann going for Monk and has him touchdown. Art Monk's second touchdown of the day.
And Schrader has to get rid of it, and he does, and it's caught by Art Monk for a touchdown. And Art Monk, who has been a consistent, brilliant receiver, catches this big one. Schrader on the run, wide open, Art Monk, touchdown.
touchdown, Redskins. And that time, the man he beat was Mike Richardson, who went into the game having been beaten only once for a score all year.
And credit Art Monk with a fabulous sell to the outside. Up and go. Textbook by the Redskins.
Most remember Super Bowl 22 for its explosive second quarter. But early in the game, the Redskins were down 10-0 and facing a long third down deep in their own territory against a Denver team that was firing on all cylinders. In what was perhaps Washington's most important and most forgotten play of the day, the struggling Doug Williams, who had yet to complete a pass, turned to the Redskins' most reliable momentum changer, who hadn't seen the field in almost 2 months.
3rd and 16 from the 10-yard line. Clark in motion. And Williams fires, caught by Monk. 30, 40, and run out of bounds at the 50-yard line by Tony Lilly. Art Monk, who hasn't played because of a knee injury since early December. 40 yards. Goes up, sure hands it, and he has not been in a football game since he was injured December the 6th. Just activated from the injured reserve, and he finally gets the Redskins to some kind of field position, and they needed it desperately.
Again on first down, Rippon will throw. Great time to the end zone, touchdown! It was Art Monk.
He was lined up inside tight areas. Eric Allen taking him back to the inside. There was play action that eliminated the linebacker. You see Hopkins tries to take him on. That's not even legal down there. They should have called pass interference down there. Defensive holding. Then he goes up and gets it.
Rippon goes deep, man open. Art Monk, his 50th catch in a playoff game.
Rippon goes right. Lost it for Monk. Touchdown, Art Monk. That was Orr, the motion man. Here's Rippon. He's got Monk again. Another first down. 3rd and 14. Rippon to Monk, complete first down, Redskins.
He's quick. He just knows how to play the game. He uses his hands. His feet just catches anything. 12 years in the game, and the guy hasn't slowed up. He just every time he plays, he just amazes you.
Orr was the man in motion. Rippon again gets it to Monk, and Monk breaks the tackle. Monk to the end zone, out of bounds inside the 5.
The drive is going to end here either with a touchdown or a field goal attempt, but you have to give Art Monk a big play for it. 4 of those catches, 79 yards, were from Art Monk.
Dan Fouts, pretty good first quarter or second quarter for Art Monk. In fact, pretty good game so far. 5 receptions, 87 yards.
Well, the game plan that Joe...
What an advantage it is for a quarterback like Rippon to have these receivers, especially a guy like Monk.
He's such a quiet guy. I would have thought the Atlanta defenders would have said, hey, Clark or Sanders might be the most dangerous. They say,
Art Monk is the most dangerous receiver they got. I don't think there's a doubt about that. 1st and 10 from the 37.
Well, Clark and Sanders are the 2 guys that really go deep, but the guy that works a defense better than anyone is Monk. He is able to maneuver short, medium, and long, while Clark is primarily a deep threat.
There's a guy, Ricky Sanders, who is the fastest of the receivers. They tried to get a couple of him. They haven't been able to. Then they go back to the guy on his left, old reliable Art Monk.
He's the one receiver who has been consistently open today for Washington. Monk has been one of the most consistent pass receivers in the league, not just for Washington, in the league throughout his career.
Art Monk is dangerous.
I mean, he's a guy that has a great deal of pride, one of the big competitors in this game. I think a future Hall of Famer.
Art Monk is going to the Hall of Fame, no doubt. And next year, in the beginning of the year, he'll pass Steve Largent as the all-time receiving leader in the NFL because of plays like that.
You want to see over 1,400 catches worth of NFL footballs? There it is right there in the pregame. Art Monk shaking hands with Ozzie Newsome. 2 future Hall of Famers right there.
Mr. Durability, Mr. Versatility.
I think those numbers speak for themselves.
Surefire Hall of Famer.
You bet. He's tall, big, strong, all-around player.
No question about a Hall of Fame spot for him. He's well over 720 receptions.
I think he's a Hall of Fame player because he's going to keep going now and move up that ladder as far as receptions are concerned. He's a sound player, and he's generally been injury-free with great stamina. He's excellent at the end of the season. So I can't help but think he'd be a Hall of Fame player.
He is something else. What does he need? 10 more to replace Charlie Joyner, second all-time?
You know, I continue to say this is a guy who just doesn't get the acclaim he deserves. It's because he's so quiet. But, you know, maybe in retirement he'll be like Katharine Hepburn, and you don't see her for 20 years, and then she's on everything but the Home Shopping Network. Point is, he doesn't talk about himself. He doesn't do that many interviews, and he just sort of quietly goes along, and he'll quietly go along all the way to Canton.
Oh, he will go along to Canton. Maybe Katharine Hepburn will be his presenter.
I just keep looking at Art Monk. Every year I look at this guy. He's the most prolific receiver in his time when he retired, and he's not in the list. And if you look at all the Hall of Fame receivers, he has more receptions and more yards than all of them.
How many catches during his career do you remember? Name his most memorable catch.
Let's do this. You go through all the Hall of Fame receivers.
Yeah.
And they have them post-modern era and pre-modern era. You look at those guys, there's a lot of those guys you say, who are they? How many catches do you remember from those guys? And it shouldn't be about remembering the guy. It should be about how consistent and what he did for his teams when he was playing. And he did so much. When you're the most prolific receiver in your time, I have a hard time with that.
He didn't have a high yards per catch average.
But also Marvin Harrison, everyone I think on this table would agree is a future Hall of Famer. For the life of me, I can't remember one catch that he had. I mean, he had that great one the other night.
Yeah,
the other night. I mean, that may be it. But
and if that's the case, Randy Moss gets in because he's had a lot of great catches, and his yards per catch average is high.
Yeah, but when you're consistent and just go to work and you're just doing your job, those guys should be also recognized. Right. Not the guys that are being colorful and doing dances in the end zone.
And, you know, when Charlie Brown went down, they started to lose their receivers. Art Monk was the only healthy one they had, and he had to play left, right, the middle. And I'll tell you, Joe Gibbs said he's done the most outstanding job he's ever seen by a wide receiver.
You know, he reminds me of Charlie Joyner, who almost got better as he got into his possession side of his career as a receiver, and Art Monk is just amazing, just amazing.
You know, Art Monk is one of those guys who just plays football. You know, doesn't do a lot of celebrating. You know, just when he catches a ball, it's like that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's paid to do, and that's what he's expected to do. And Art Monk, I think, epitomizes the word pro.
And as quiet a person as he is, Mark Rippon says, when I get down, Monk gets me back up.
Art Monk also, last December, is the man who called the players-only meeting that now has become a tradition for the Redskins. And since he started the meetings, the record is 10-2.
So powerful were Monk's leadership qualities that players still looked to him for inspiration years after he had left the Redskins.
You know, Charlie Hennigan, who has the reception record of all time that Art Monk is trying to break today, said one thing that he likes about Monk. He said if someone's going to break it, he would like to see him break it because he's playing and winning games. He's playing for championships. He's playing in big games. And if you can do it under those situations, you deserve the record.
In Week 15, future Hall of Fame wide receiver Art Monk set an NFL record by catching a pass in his 178th consecutive game.
The pass is caught by Monk, a 5-yard pickup and a standing ovation for Art Monk, who now has the consecutive games with a reception record.
A stellar achievement to cap off a stellar career.
The phrase future Hall of Famer Art Monk has been heard many times throughout this piece. To paraphrase the great George Allen, let that future be now.
Well, you can say to your friends, you saw it live. The man who's caught more passes than any player who's ever played the game. Arthur Monk. And get ready, Canton, Ohio also.